So tell me, what is the metaverse? The metaverse is a shared virtual 3D world or worlds that are interactive, immersive, or collaborative. The next definition from Webster's is a metaverse generally refers to the concept of a highly immersive virtual world where people gather to socialize, play, and work. So that was number 2 on our list. Here are some other definitions.
Term, it's going to continue to be the nuclear power plant engineers, so that you get to almost a Six Sigma where they're not going to make a mistake and have a core meltdown because they've practiced it so many times.
We're running 4 workshops online the day before our event. The main reason for that is for people who do want that extra learning moment, a little more time, but also it helps socialize people before they meet in person or online. So extending a in-person event beyond the time of the event. How do you sustain those relationships that happen in the moment, right? And being able to do it in areas where they're already familiar, that they're not trying to relearn how to do the wheel on everyone's freaking platform every time they attend another meeting. So making technology follow us instead of us following technology.
There's over 200 platforms that we could be using right now to have our meetings. And I believe one day there will be one platform and it'll be free.
Well, that'd be great if we could just get AC and DC on the same track, or even a metric system,
The VR and augmented reality give individuals an ability to work with another and build trust, even if they're not next to each other. And organizations are really good at measuring performance metrics. Organizations are very poor at understanding how to build, grow trust, and leaders are really bad at how to enable trust. And so these systems actually have at their core a very unique characteristic, which allows us to also build trust among people, not just the metric that we're trying to work with or the system was actually set up for.
Entertainment.
Okay. Give me an example of where you see entertainment.
Well, I mean, just with that video you just showed, the way it looked, that type of thing. It could be music, it could be games, something like that.
If you're a gamer, you consistently have points coming up on the screen, and you have, in essence, it's not real money, you have value that you can use. And so even in our meetings and events industry, could you imagine tokens in order to watch something, but not money? Anybody know what Medium is? All right, so Medium is a basically almost a self-contained article newsletter type thing, right? Where you can write articles and you can get money for people viewing your articles, but at the same time, you have to pay to see the articles. And so in essence, it's a value system where, hey, I can not necessarily earn a living, but I can get more points than I actually spend.
This was an interesting one that I didn't know existed. So I recently contributed to Wikipedia, not like I actually wrote a Wikipedia article. And I didn't realize the deep network of people involved in Wikipedia, including experts on Wikipedia itself and then experts in whatever areas that you contributed to. And I ended up corresponding offline through email with one of the people who contributed in the same way to the same article that I contributed to on Wikipedia. So, and now I, just regularly correspond with him.
You can go visit these things. There's a lot of, virtual reality event stuff too. InEvent, I think, has some things. A couple others are trying it. They're pretty wonky right now. So until they get smoothed out, if you're wearing headsets, you're going to throw up in one of those environments. It's just clunk, clunk, clunk. The speed is not there. It's getting there. It's just not there yet. Right now, that's the difference between a tethered virtual reality experience that's connected to a high-powered computer versus something you can wear on your glasses that's powered by your smartphone and whatever connectivity you might have on that. So it's getting there. It's just not there yet.
Okay, so brand with the best experience, and
yeah, the brands that give the best experiences, they're all in a race to create that best experience, whatever that is. Engagement, it could be entertainment, it could be, socialization, it could be a lot of things. And those brands are anxious to deliver a branded experience online.
In February of 2020, LinkedIn hired their first chief metaverse officer because of how brands were starting to leverage the network and bandwidth of LinkedIn, not necessarily to create a metaverse within there, but as a gateway to each metaverse, and to Mark's point, a gateway to a branded one. If you track metaverse as a hashtag, you will start to see an incredible amount of content. Number two, you're going to start seeing a lot of the individuals and the brands and the companies who are really actively engaged with this. And I think that will help better evolve your idea of what the metaverse is going to do, and also give you some best practices for how it might be able to integrate into some of your long-term plans.
Jim, do you have a company called All Seated on your radar?
yeah, I did an interview with All Seated.
I mean, MPI Georgia used it for one of their events earlier this year, I think it was. And you can't find people in the rooms very easily. If they're turned with the back of their screen to you, you can scream right by them 10 times and not even know they're there. I was like, oh, this is not fun. I'm not having a good time. See ya.
Yeah.